Increased yield potential of cassava is high under good weed control conditions.
An increase in crop yield. For example, I told you from 10,000 to 25,000 tons per hectare. You know what that will be in terms of monetary value. So the farmer is going to earn a living. He'll be able to send his children to school, and he'll be able to have a decent living. He will be able to feed himself. So that's the food security we are talking about. He's going to be able to feed himself properly. Doing this research, we are really tapping into government policy, the SDGs that talk about enhanced crop productivity and increased earning for farmers.
If you look at the farm there, this is the normal conventional farm. The situation of farming in Nigeria as at now, where farmers will till their land and plant and do the first and second weeding. They don't have the finances, they don't have the time, and weeds will take over their farm and it will affect their yield. If you look at the last rep there, it is a typical scenario where if you do your land preparation, plant your cassava or your maize. In this case, it is intercropped because an average farmer in Nigeria do intercropping. And you do not control the weeds. It will affect your yield. It will affect your income. So it's to send a message that absentee farming, or people who get people, oh, go and work in my farm without supervision, without seeing it as business, you will lose your money. So that's a very good case. That's why in every good research you have what is called a controlled experiment. So that's a controlled experiment. Next is this plot that is farmer managed. That is, farmer do it your usual way. However, during the land preparation, agrochemical was sprayed. So what we did was to weed. You can see the weeds. And we have weeded this farm just once. And it is due for a second weeding.
Cassava roots are consumed either boiled or processed into products such as flour, gari, fufu, akpu, chips, tapioca, and abacha. Cassava can also be processed into industrial products such as ethanol and starch. A total of 46 improved cassava varieties have been released in Nigeria, out of which 6 are biofortified yellow varieties. Weeds are among the major constraints to cassava production, and for cassava farmers to be successful, they must control weeds.
You'll be able to increase your farm size. You'll be healthier in the sense that the drudgery is removed from you. You will be able to meet your basic needs if you have an increase in crop yield. It means that you have extra cash in your pocket to be able to do those things that fall on you when you don't have money. For example, sending your kids to school, to good schools.
Farmers will only adopt innovations when they're able to see that such innovations are better than their current practices. So that is what we have in terms of knowledge transfer, on-farm demonstration.
The technologies the project is pushing is to ensure that weeds are reduced in cassava fields. And these technologies are working, farmers taking the lead in ensuring that this project is successful.
About 136 demonstration plots for this new technology for weed control have been set up in 4 states of Nigeria.
Here in Abia State, we are using 4 local governments to showcase this technology. Ikuano local government is there, Isukwato local government is there, Arochukwu local government is there, and Bende local government. And right now, in this farmer managed stage, we have not less than 32 farm locations here in Abia State within these 4 local governments as well.
Like in Oyo State, we are in 5 local governments. on this project. This is a new technology. The role of ADP basically is an extension arm to disseminate new, innovative and agricultural farmers. When we receive new technology like this, we go to the field, gather the farmers together. As you know, the farm is being demonstrated here. That's our whole role. So we demonstrate for them, we educate them, we use this kind of herbicide there, we use this here. Then their own farm, the way they practice their own, we ask them to do it. At the end of the demonstration, then compare the yield.
The project is conceived in such a way that it's not just about research, but actually research for development. And in this context, we are looking at how do we transfer the knowledge from the research to farmers. The idea is to actually create impact on farm level. So what we are doing is to try to understand what are the current knowledge that farmers actually have in terms of weed control. We did that, and what are the current practices, and how do we leverage on the current knowledge in order to disseminate some of the research findings that we have on the project.